Bad Batch episode 6 was slightly longer, but it went by so fast compared to all the previous episodes this season.
You're fulfilling your destiny.
Okay, so I know everyone probably saw this coming, and probably everyone that reviews or talks about the Bad Batch said this, but just give it to me, okay? Just let me have this moment. I knew Wrecker's inhibitor chip was gonna start working properly, and that was going to be a plot point in the Bad Batch after he kept hitting his head over and over again. Again, I'm elderly and close to death. You need to give this to me. I came up with this. I'm the only one. Dude has gotten a lot of head injuries, though. I mean, I'm klutzy, and I fall a lot, and I haven't gotten that many head injuries. I guess I don't go on mercenary missions too often, so maybe that's why. But yes, Wrecker, good soldiers do follow orders. Now, kill everyone else in the Bad Batch, but Tech, and get back to serving the Empire, which, speaking of the Empire, another episode where we didn't get to see it. Boo. I really hope this isn't an ongoing problem with you, Lucasfilm, where you're going to snub the Empire in this show. It's sickening. I absolutely love seeing anything about the early days of the Empire, and actually, there's other canon that does show it, so I guess I have gotten what I wanted. The second run of Darth Vader starts off like right when he's put in the suit, so if you want to get into that, you can read those comics. All the runs of Darth Vader, though, I highly recommend you should get into. They're so good. And I'm just not saying that from the point of view of being a Vader fangirl. I'm probably worse than Kylo. In one way, I feel like I would take my devotion to Vader much further than him is I'd fuck Vader. Them going on missions to make money and survive is what I'm living for. I know this is not a popular opinion, and a lot of people just want plot progression. In fact, when there's an episode that doesn't have a lot of plot progression, they always call it a filler, and they whine about it being too slow. I live for these. Mercenary missions, them just going on missions to get money or supplies or whatever, I think is fantastic. As long as it's exciting, not like, oh, we're repairing the ship and we're walking through a city to buy shit. That's boring. I'm sorry, elite soldiers going on epic missions is my jam. It was cool to see the Martez sisters again. I'm assuming who they were talking to at the end was Bail Organa. That would be my best guess, especially from the clothing. I know they tried to make it seem ominous. It's not ominous. I mean, it's ominous in the way that they are talking to rebel scum, but not like this is a big bad. And I'm not sure if it could be Ahsoka just because they have been kind of retconning comics and books. So if they did do a bit of retconning, it could be Ahsoka, but I don't know how far they're gonna go with that. Speaking of retconning and continuity errors, there was more this episode, and I'm kind of wondering if this is just going to be a trend, which is interesting to me because they have quality control, and their whole talk-up was their storyboard group and all that to assure that everything was cohesive, and yet it seems like every episode of The Bad Batch, we have errors. Some of these errors can be fixed by Lucasfilm later on, but some of it's just kind of messes a lot with stuff. I don't know what's going on. Am I missing why they gave Omega such a hard weapon for her to use? You're going to get her to kill herself, kill someone else, or have a terrible accident. So maybe give her something a little bit smaller and workable, and then she works her way up to that. That seems like a better plan. And I've taught children how to use weapons, so I have some experience in this. I know the Empire didn't really care about droids. Droid lives did not matter to them, which is why they wiped them quite a bit, making sure they never got a personality. They were very on restraining bolts. I get that, but it also seems like a waste for them to be getting rid of their battle droids and all the technical droids. I get from their perspective of, okay, we don't want them having all this information on how to take out clones now that the clones are part of our Imperial army, and, you know, what if the rebellion or someone else gets a hold of it? I get that point of view, but also they started phasing out the clones, so, I mean, it wasn't going to be a problem for much longer, and it just seems like a waste of resources you could have added to your army. But I guess there's also that we don't see a lot of battle droids in the time of the OT, so they kind of wanted to explain that and go, oh, this is why they decided just to purge. By the way, I don't know if you noticed this or if this is a retcon or more just like an offhand, it's a rare comment, but when the comment was made, oh, battle droids helping clones, I never thought I'd see that. My guy, you have seen that. In fact, it's pretty recent. So I don't know if it was just an error in dialogue or if it was just an offhand, like, oh, it's so rare I can say this because it's like 99% true. Overall, I think this episode was a great, fun little adventure. I look forward to more episodes like this, even though I do want to see more of Crosshair and them getting to confronting him. But again, we have like a total of 16 episodes, so we have time to get there. Although we are a third of the way through season 1. I'm also very easy to please when it comes to Star Wars. I don't get too revved up, and if I do get revved up, I usually just forget about it the next day. But let me know what you thought about episode 6 of The Bad Batch. Did you enjoy it? Are you enjoying them going on little missions to get money or resources? Do you wish they would progress the plot a little bit more? Are you infuriated to see the rebellion? Thank God eventually Bail gets what he deserves. Like, subscribe, and let me know in the comment section down below.